my friend, it's Block Wednesday and there is love in every stitch, right? Look at the new shirts. Kate Spain designed two, not just one, but two new designs that are on shirts and a bunch of other things. This is one of them. And then here is the second one. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And you know, there's a free pattern that we did a few years ago with that heart. And it comes in two sizes, this one and then a bigger sort of square. I don't know whether it's like 50 by 50 or something like that. So there's a free pattern at the Fat Quarter Shop. I'll give you the link in the download, for the download in the description box in the pinned post today and at my website. Look at that. You can make one and wear it. Plus here's the stickers. Look. And it's on all kinds of other things, all the normal stuff I have in the store over there with Kate. So darling. All right, this is a smorgasbord of topics today. So first we're going to do Block Wednesday, and then we have Gratitude and Grace and a few other things. So, and there's a parade of your block number 2 of Grandma's Kitchen at Block Wednesday, Grandma's Kitchen. I interchange those words, so don't get confused, at the end of the video. So this is our block for this week, and it is called the key holder, because I think every grandma must have had one of these. They were a little rack that you hung your keys on. And in my granny's house, that little rack was a dog house, and if you were bad, your key went in the dog house portion. It was like this cute little thing. I can't remember it too well exactly what it looked like, but as a kid that just cracked me up that Pappy's keys would be put in the dog house. It was so funny, and it was just by the door to the backyard, which also right across from it was the door to the basement, and that's where that key hung. So I would love to know if you have currently you have a key rack, you know, you put your keys on in your house. You can share just the story here at YouTube or over at my Fireside Chat group at Facebook. And then here is the side by side. So that's how it looks if you're just doing blocks side by side. You get a chain effect, which is super cool. So I'm going to do this with 3 fabrics, which is what the pattern has. And I am not going to use, you can see back there, the first 2. I'm not going to use the ballerina pink. I want to use this. I'm going to use this. So there's several light fabrics in this line. So some of the blocks for Grandma's Kitchen will use one of the lights for their background, you know, what's called the background part. That way, you know, I don't use up all the ballerina pink. I think that particular shade of that line is no longer being produced, and on my project page I linked you to some other ballerina pink fabrics. There'd be similar colors, so if you haven't bought any yet, you could just pick one that's a similar color if you wanted. Okay, I also found when I was going through all kinds of things, where is it at? Where is it at? Visit Grandma. This is my fabric line from quite a few years ago, and I had all these cute sayings on here. So Visit Grandma. So I thought that has to fit in here somehow. Okay, so I'm thinking green and peach, because you know, these blocks, this is block number 3. Let's take a look here. So if we're looking at the layout, block number 3 is up here, so I'm trying to sort of sprinkle the colors all the way around. Here's the full layout, but sprinkle colors all the way around the quilt, so that this one will be kind of a feel more of scrappy. So which 2 do I want? There's a stripe, but I'm not thinking the stripe for this one. Oh, somehow I have, oh, there was one of the Sew Sampler boxes had like a bundle of like 5 of this line, so I tossed them in the basket here. So it'd be this one. And then I need the other one to be sort of a different format, like this is the same print as the background, so I don't want that. That's the same print as that, don't want that. That might be pretty. I could do this one, or if I wanted to bring some more color in, yeah, I think that one there. So, okay, that is good. That will work for this block. And so I am going to sew that up. When working with something like a fat quarter like this is, and we need to cut a strip so that we can do the, where is it? So that we can do these 4-patch units as strip sets, trim it. Don't just assume that edge is straight. It's probably, it's probably got a little bit of a wobble, so go ahead and make a trim. The other thing I do is I just cut what I need. I'm not going to cut a 4-inch strip to do the 4-inch squares. I have just gone like this. Here's kind of 1, and then 2, and then 3. I've got my cuts all the way up to here, so I can do my 4th one. And then I just stop and go across, because it's wasteful for me to end up with this piece here cut that isn't going to be used, because I might be able to use a length like this and be very effective. So I do not ever cut a strip and then just cut like 2 blocks off of it and have all this strip left, particularly when you're working with small amounts of fabric. I just never ever do that. It's super wasteful to me. So if you've never worked like this, where you just cut what you need, give it a try. I'm trimming the 1/2 square triangles, so you sew them and then cut them in half. Okay, cut them in half, and I know that you all know this, and there's actually a sheet there that tells you in the pattern, and then I have to trim them. So you're going to find, I'm using this Quilt in a Day ruler, and you take the line that you want to use. So I've got the line I'm going to use here. You put that on the seam, so it's right on the thread line on the seam, and then you can see it's just a little bit of stuff to trim away. And then what I do is I like to trim the corners. There's a lot of different tools out there. This just happens to be the one I use. And then when I press them open, ta-da, so I've got the finished 1/2 square triangle. These are laid out scrappy like the pattern is showing. But just think, if you really enjoyed something a little bit different, you could certainly rotate these, which would give you sort of this little bit more controlled chain around. That's kind of cool, right? And if you wanted the lighter at the top, you know, you can kind of play around with this. There's no rule that says you have to do it the scrappy way. That's just when I wrote the pattern, that's how I did it. So there it is the other way, just so you get a little look before you sew. And just like that, magically, the block is done. It always looks so much different once you actually sew it together and get, you know, get everything so there's not any spaces between it and they're the actual size. This is such a fun block. It would be really great as a whole quilt. I always say that about everything, but you know that by now. Okay, so this is the key holder. And then here are the other blocks. So let me see if I can get them all in the picture. Yeah, there we go. So here we go, and I'm using all the colors from this fabric line, so it'll be really fun to see them sprinkled all the way across. It's going to be a super happy quilt. I think these are like happy spring colors to be working with. Okay, now our smorgasbord of things. I'm going to get the Gratitude and Grace quilt out because it's time to put the borders on my runner. It's time for you to be getting your rows together. So I'm going to get the quilt and hang it up here in a second. But before that, it is bagel day. And I really do love bagels, but I love really good bagels. And I spent a lot of years as a kid living in New Jersey, and New Jersey, New York bagels are really the best. They do say that, and it's true. It's true. We have one bakery here, one bagel place here that does really good, very close. But if you have a quilt with bagels on it, like I'm sure there's bagel fabric out there, so if you made a quilt with bagel fabric, it is also hat day, and I know there's a lot of hat patterns, and a lot of you have made quilts with hats on it, so I would like to see those over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan if you want to share those things today. Okay, so let me see. Oh, the other thing I have is that the Fat Quarter Shop has their Cupid box out for pre-order. So the Cupid box is a mystery box. It'll be a bundle of fabric that you can put towards the exclusive pattern. You'll have to add a little background or whatever to it, and it also usually has a bunch of different little items that are often exclusive to the box, and they are always a darling project. So if you want to get a Cupid box, the link is down below in the description box, at the pinned post, and at my article today, so that you can order one and get in on it. They are sending me one, so I am very excited. I love these mystery boxes. They are so well done. First of all, here's the full quilt right there. Got it up on the stand. I guess I could push it back further, but you know what it looks like. So remember, there is a kit for this, and it's a pattern. So if you want to make it, I know a few people were making it without my fabric. You're using different fabric, but if you want to make it like mine, there is a kit available at the Fat Quarter Shop, who is the one who organized to put the kits together for me. Okay, and because I already have the full quilt, I'm making like this separate 3-block piece, and I am just for this going to put inner border and then an outer border. And so that's the way I'm going to approach it versus doing the triangles, because I just don't want it that wide. It'll make it too wide to do these units here and make it all that big. So I cut these, what did I cut them? Hold on. I cut these at 2 inches. So they'll be 1.5. And then I think I'll cut this at I'll cut it at 3. I'll cut a 3-inch strip of this for the outer border. And I've got the binding made already. So what I have to do is I did my fancy calculations, because I measured I measured the long side. So now I know that what I need to do to cut these. So I'll put this border and this border on, and then we will take a look. So if you are also doing a smaller version, maybe you're doing just 4 blocks, or for a small quilt or a table topper, it's really cute. It's such a cool block. I just love it. All right, let me put these borders on so that we can have a top this week. Look at all this room, so I can pull this all the way back. I push the ironing board's back behind there, so push that all the way back more towards the wall so you could see it. And here we go. So I've got a cut 2-inch blue inner border, and then I cut 3.5 for the outer border. I think that balance is super nice. And because I have yardage, it's my fabric, I cut it on length of fabric so that I did not have to piece it. I didn't have to piece the border. And because of that, when I cut the length, I cut enough extra so that I can use it as the backing then. And so I've got the backing piece here. So that'll be the backing. So that worked out. That worked out pretty good. So, holy moly. Also, can you see on my monitor, I've been looking for images for the background of the monitor that are dual screen, so they spread, they're high res images and they spread across. And so I thought, oh, well, he was just too cute, and he's drinking cocoa or something. And there's a cup actually on the other side, which is hard for you to see, but there is another coffee cup just like the one the bear's holding on the other monitor. Just so, in case you needed to know all those things. Okay, before we do the quilt parade of your block number 1, why is this not scrolling? There we go. I finished my first spool of thread for the year 2025. 1 year I kept all these. I am not keeping them this year, but 1 year I did keep them all. I don't even remember how many I used. So there, we're not keeping them again. And when I was going through things, I found, okay, now I gotta stand up again. We were talking, weren't we talking? Maybe we were talking on the live chat. I don't know. But we were talking about fabric at IKEA. The IKEA used to have a very small selection of fabric in the store. And I was going through the stuff, and I found this piece, which is from IKEA, 2008. So I have had it a while. It is double this. Yeah, there's a fold along here. So it is kind of like a wide back, and it's a text print. Super cool. So now I need some special quilt that I'll put this on. You know, what I've done for my organizing is I have one shelf. On one shelf are 2 stacks. Oh no, not quite. Yeah, no, there are 2 stacks. Yeah, there's 2 stacks of backing fabrics. So those will be, I have got to focus on using those just because they've taken up room. Yeah, they're taking up room. And the other thing I found, which, okay, I need to do at least the one that says Lucky Day. So I found this little cross stitch. Here, the leprechaun is stinking cute. There, it goes this way, sorry. Leprechaun is stinking cute. I don't know. I don't know that I could squeeze him out, but I may try. Because, look, he's got a rainbow behind him. Oh, he is so cute. Okay, so those are some little treasures I found. I'll probably have to link you to the designer's website. This is Brenda Gervais, who does a lot of patterns. In fact, Quarter Shop might carry it, but I'm not sure. I got it a while ago. So I'll link you to the designer's website below. Okay, time for the parade. Let's go. We will kick off with Elaine's blocks. I love them. That deep navy is super gorgeous with the text print, and then look at the teapots on the star points. Ooh, love that. Love it. My friend Barbara, who is one of our ambassadors, is working in aqua and white. Look at her cutting of that plaid. For those of you who like to be very precise, there is what it should look like. Love that. Beth has beautiful blocks. That fabric on the top right, she said she's held on to for a long time for the perfect project. And the rooster reminds her of her grandma's kitchen cabinets, which had roosters etched into them. Super fun. Here is Beth's block, her sticky bun block in beautiful yellows. Brenda's gorgeous block. Look at all those deep purples back there. I love that. She has kind of flipped it, put her main feature fabric in the background. Kathy's so pretty. I love it. This kind of warm, cozy, got a cool little design on the darker one. I like that shape. Cindy's happy blocks. Hey, look at those scissors too over there. Those kind of cheetah print scissors. Whatever, you know what they are. And she's got text print and super happy little flowers. Debbie's beautiful soft block. My goodness, look at that gorgeous floral. And a text print in the background. Love it. Deanne's is working. She says she's going to be retiring here at the end of January, and she is working on this is red and white, so she's going to have a red and white quilt, and she's very excited about retirement. Yay! Jean is our friend from Korea, and I love your block. Look at this. She chats with us in the morning live chat when the videos first release. So thank you for sharing. Heidi's, look how sweet this is. Just so sweet. She says her grandma was known for whoopie pies. I think grandmas all had something they're known for. Hillary's beautiful in blue. Look at the fussy cutting on her block 1. Oh my goodness. They look fabulous together. Jackie's she's got cookie fabric. What could be more perfect than a baked goods block? The theme of the block is baked goods, and there you go, cookies. Love it. Jan's beautiful blocks. Look at the polka dot. That cherry fabric has polka dots above where the stems are, and there's black underneath the cherries. And look how effective that is in her sticky bun block. That is so cool. Jess, now Jess is using the same fabrics I am, or a lot of them anyways, and so that's really fun to see it done a different way. I love them. Jessie's, look at the purple. This is lavender, so pretty with the polka dots. Karen did her whole, this is Karen number 1. She did a whole quilt of block number 1. So I had to share this. Look how beautiful this is. She has a relative who is ill, and so she's made this for them. So pretty. This is Karen number 2, and she has beautiful fabrics using the same ones that I am. So of course I think they're beautiful. Your block is gorgeous. My friend Kendall, he is doing videos. He has his channel out here, Kendall Taylor, and so you could go watch him make the block. And he has a beautiful relationship with his grandma, and I'm sure he's telling you about it each week when he sews the block. So for those of you who have not visited Kendall yet, please go over there and do that. And my friend Laura, who is also an ambassador, and she is having so much fun. Look at this with the recipes and the measuring cup. These are all family heirloom pieces, and I believe Laura still uses them. Linda's purple, purple, purple. Oh my goodness, I love it. Look how gorgeous they are. Just so rich. Marcella, beautiful on the gingham, red and white gingham. That's just perfect. Love displaying it there. Your blocks are gorgeous. Patricia's yummy blocks. Look at them. This is such a pretty fabric line. Another one with sort of that dark navy and that golden color. I really love that. Patty's. Oh, they're so sweet. She said her grandma's loved flowers, so she's got going to use a lot of flower prints. Sharon's got... She had a long story about the different things that her family did, including having fish for breakfast, and that there was often a half a banana because she thinks her grandma had to take a pill or something, and she always had half a banana on the table. This banana fabric. And okay, who's this? This is Susan. Oh, how pretty. And she said her grandma made pie crust cinnamon rolls. Yum, yum. Those are one of my absolute favorite things, pie crust cinnamon rolls. My friend Suzanne, who is also one of the ambassadors. Look how beautiful this is. She's got that little chicken print in the background. Super cute. Both Valerie's blocks. I love it. And then look at that quilt that it's laying on. Oh my goodness. This is like a gorgeous quilt back there. Okay. And then I've got Jackie, who did block number 1 in repeat, so she's making multiples of them for a quilt. Doesn't that look great? And Sylvia, who has block number 2 that she did the first time we did Grandma's Kitchen. First time I did Grandma's Kitchen was, I don't know, like 8 years ago now or something. And and so she did a full quilt of block number 2. So look how absolutely fantastic this looks. Thank you everybody for sharing. Thank you everybody for sharing your pictures. Oh my gosh, your block 2s are just awesome. And so many of you shared both your blocks, so that's super fun to see, so we can kind of see where your colors are going. If you're not over in Quilt Along with Pat Sloan at Facebook, you can join in. It's a private group, so you can join in and then see many, many, many more than I can share here. Okay, so for today, you're going to work on your Gratitude and Grace of Flower Patch, and if you're doing a smaller version, get the top done so that next week we can quilt this. I'm going to quilt it with, I believe, like the wave stitch. I'm just going to do it like that because I want the project done. And let's see, we have, we have our keys. The house keys, the keychain holder for the house, or the key holder for your keys at your house, your grandma's house. If you have stories, let me know. And I had a couple sweet things come in the mail. This is from Ronnie in Canada. Look at that beautiful heart. Love those colors, love them. And she sent me something yummy. Yay! Mwah, mwah. Thank you, thank you. And from Joyce in New Mexico. We vacationed in New Mexico several times, many, many years ago, and absolutely loved it. And it is a lavender day. Look at that. This like lilac color, like that's a hydrangea. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, Joyce. And she sent me a cute little assortment of fabrics, bananas, fried eggs, some yellows, yellow fabrics for my collection. Look at the cats. Look at this, just so fun. More bananas. Yes, I know. Did I talk about banana fabric? Yes, I do. I do think it's the funniest stuff ever. Look at these fashion gals. Look at that. And some other yellow fabrics in here, some other black and whites with some cute images. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you love to put love in every stitch, or you just are amazed at having a gorgeous heart. These are, I checked, they're t-shirts, short sleeve, long sleeve, and sweatshirts with and without hoods, plus 3 sizes of stickers. So there's 2 of the sizes. And so that's what we have for this time for this design. So be sure you go on over and grab one for yourself or a buddy. It would be fun. You can dress alike. Oh, why not, huh? So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.